Here's what countries and products will be most impacted by President Trump's new tariffs. And I'm reading, new push to change American school hours gains momentum. And did you guys see how Texas did? Dozens of earthquakes in less than 24 hours. What's going on? And yet again, more recalls. We got fruit juice sold across 12 states for botulism concerns. And guess what? Cinnamon's back on the list with dozens of companies prompting major warning. I'll tell you more about that. And also, just coming in, Trump declares state of emergency to protect the economy. I'm gonna go over what's going on, how it affects you. Up-to-date news drop coming right up. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. All right, folks, welcome back. Thanks for starting this off with a like. Really helps it reach more folks. Which products will be affected by tariffs? Here's what Trump's Liberation Day could make pricier. So let me rattle through a couple of these just so you guys know. Electronics like iPhones and TVs. Vehicle imports, expect it there. Clothing and shoes. Wine and spirits. Another one that kind of was a little bit shocked to me, furniture. Furniture is about 30 to 40% of furniture sold in U.S. manufacturers in other countries, according to CNBC. And top exporters to the U.S. include China and Vietnam. Another one on the list is going to be coffee, chocolate, because U.S. imports around 80% of it. Another one that made the list is Swiss watches. Like a lot of us are buying Swiss watches. Another crazy thing going on is this new push to change American school hours that's gaining momentum. It says national movement to change school start times is gaining momentum as sleep experts highlight the crisis of student sleep deprivation. Research shows most high school students aren't getting enough rest. Now, I'd venture to say a lot of it has to do with this or probably playing video games. I mean, come on, you get off at school around what, 3 o'clock p.m.? What's happening after 3 p.m.? Let me know what you guys think about that. I mean, should they be starting school later in the morning? I don't understand how people are going to juggle a work schedule and still get their kids to school and picked up. To me, it sounds like a lot of parents are gonna have to leave to work around the same time that normal school would start. And if they start late, then how's that supposed to work out? Now, before we hit some of those new food recalls that kind of blows my mind, some of you may know about how Texas was hit by dozens of earthquakes in less than 24 hours. I know we got a lot of folks in Texas in the community, and they're saying that the state of Texas has been rocked by over a dozen earthquakes in just the last day, with one measuring over 3.0 on the Richter scale. The U.S. Geology Survey, USGS, reported that the latest quake struck just north of Odessa, Texas at 8:14 a.m. Central Time. And get this, just 15 minutes earlier, a 3.5 magnitude earthquake struck roughly 30 miles east of Odessa. And since 4 a.m. on Wednesday, just this last week, Texas has experienced 16 minor earthquakes all along the central and western parts of the state. And since April alone, has recorded 36 earthquakes in this part of Texas, stretching from Stanton, Texas, 41 miles northeast of Odessa to Culberson County along the state's western border with New Mexico. So what the heck is going on there? I know a lot of folks in the community probably think that this can be controlled and there may be something going on. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I mean, what's going on in Texas? Like just a week or so ago, they had massive hailstorm. Did you guys even see that? Hey, I'm talking these chunks of hail could knock you out. Check this out.
Good Lord, help mercy. Oh, smack. Well, there went that. Got ice in the house now. You just busted that out.
This is Mom and I right now on the side of the road. My car is completely busted up. I've got water coming in. This is my windshield. The road, there's an accident. We've got glass everywhere. Yeah, we got 911 called and they're coming.
Let's just say hypothetically they're controlling the weather. They got something out for Texas. Texas is getting hit with storms, earthquakes, hailstorms, you name it. If you live in Texas, you might want to be careful. And I'll add this in there too, because it says Iran's missiles loaded onto launchers after Trump's threat. And this comes from Newsweek. Iran missiles loaded up, and Iranian state media is reporting that Iran has placed all of its missiles on launchers in response to a political U.S. attack. And you don't think things are heating up? And I told you about Texas, but there's other crazy weather stuff and geological stuff going on. Check this out. Scientists detect magma movement below Yellowstone caldera. They're saying the Yellowstone caldera, nestled in the heart of the United States, has long been a subject of fascination and concern for scientists and nature enthusiasts. And they're saying recently the detection of magma movement beneath the massive volcanic hotspot has sparked renewed interest and curiosity. This article delves into the intricacies of the phenomenon, exploring the why, how, and what this means for the future. Look, and the reason I bring that up is I've been seeing more and more about this volcanic type of concern because it's been popping up in the news more and more. Let me know if you guys think that it's like a scare tactic, or if this thing could turn into something one of these days. And before I get to the new food recalls, I gotta throw this in there too, because this is something that we're all concerned about. Pay according to your income. Check this out. How long until this comes to New Jersey? DEI speeding tickets. California Governor Gavin Newsom approved program that gives 50% discount to low-income individuals who get a speeding ticket from a camera. Doesn't that mean paying according to your income? Check it out.
San Francisco is launching a new speed safety pilot program backed by Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom, where how much you pay for a speeding ticket depends on who you are. And it's all in the name of equity. On its website, the City Transportation Authority goes out of its way to explain that speed safety cameras will be dispersed across San Francisco in a, quote, equitable fashion. But not everyone will have to pay the same if they get a ticket. Get this, low-income offenders qualify for steep fine discounts, guys, up to half off. And if you're homeless but speeding in your vehicle, you can get up to 80% discount.
Say what? Give me some feedback on that one down in the comments. I know there's gonna be some comments on that one. All right, keeping this one short, guys, because I got a couple other big things I'm investigating, but I wanna throw these ones out there because they may be in your fridge right now. So we've got fruit juice sold across 12 states is being recalled for botulism concerns. A fruit juice sold to at-home winemakers and commercial wineries in 12 states has been recalled amid botulism concerns, according to the FDA. And you guys know botulism is a rare but a serious illness. And if you guys are wondering if you've got it, it potentially is a fatal form of food poisoning that can cause the following symptoms. So check this out: general weakness, dizziness, double vision, and trouble with speaking or swallowing, according to the FDA notice. And this recalled pumpkin juice, I don't even think I've ever had pumpkin juice, was distributed to a limited number of commercial wineries in Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Maine, Minnesota, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. So if you're concerned about that, deep dive that one to make sure you guys are safe. And there's one more for me to tell you about. This involves cinnamon. And I know you guys have had cinnamon on the radar before, but it's back on the radar. They're saying cinnamon scare. Lead contamination prompts consumer warning. Consumer Reports is urging consumers to throw out their cinnamon if it was manufactured by one of the dozen companies. So what do we need to know? Cinnamon scare, lead contamination prompts consumer warning. Food safety experts at Consumer Reports have issued a warning about the lead levels in ground cinnamon products. Recent tests revealed that 1/3 of 36 cinnamon products contained dangerous levels of lead. Lead exposure, not good, especially in pregnant women and young children. Even small amounts of this lead can accumulate into your body over time and have poisonous effects. Consumer Reports advises discarding certain cinnamon brands, including Paras, EGN, Badia, and Mimi's products. They recommend safer alternatives like Sadaf 7, spice, and 365 Whole Foods market ground cinnamon. Look, I know we all have cinnamon in our house, right? So not sure what's going on here, but you guys might want to be aware. It says most store brand cinnamons from major retailers were deemed okay to use. Some manufacturers have already stopped selling products with high levels of lead. And I know some of you guys are wondering, like, where's the lead come from? It says lead contamination in cinnamon occurs naturally and through industrial pollution. Not sure that sounds so natural. The spice's long growth period allows trees to absorb lead from the soil. Well, I'm gonna probably lean more towards industrial pollution, wouldn't you? And as usual, imported. Most cinnamon is imported from countries with lax regulations on chemical contaminants. So when you guys are thinking about these tariffs, it's going to be bad, but bad in the front, but good in the long end, because we need to get this stuff going more in the United States. A lot of this stuff that's coming from other countries is part of the problem why America is sick and getting sick. Lax regulations. And you know what? Shame on the people that should be, the FDA and all that should be checking this stuff out coming from other countries, right? I would think that they would need to be upheld to keeping us safe a lot better than they're doing. So if I were you guys, when you're shopping for cinnamon, definitely think and consider which source you're getting it from and where in the heck it's coming from. Anyway, I put out a really neat message to members only the other day on something that's going on at the homestead. If you're a member of the channel, be sure to check that out. And if you guys want more on recalls, the ones that have happened recently that could still be lurking in your cabinets right now, be sure you watch this video because I went over an extensive amount of things that people need to be warned about right now. I got a lot more coming down the pipe. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.